So the Angels will be without one of their best hitters. Paddack is set to have Tommy John surgery, and Anthony Rendon does the impossible. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now, before we get into all those stories, leave a like on the video if you enjoy. Next, go over, smash the red button, go subscribe. That is the best way to show your support here on the channel. Then go over, ring that bell, get notified, so you know when exactly I am pumping out great baseball content all season long. And finally, if you want to get active, go down below in the comment section. I would love to hear your thoughts on the stories I'll be covering here today. But before we even get into the stories, real quick, check out the new jersey. Yes, I am debuting my brand new Atlanta Braves jersey. Yes, I do believe this is their home alternate Fridays. Wear these on Fridays are red. I love the Braves jerseys. They don't have a bad one ever, whether it's alternate, the blue, the white, the road. I just love the Braves jerseys. Love the tomahawk. Best logo in baseball, in my opinion. Now, you guys can see who I got here. I got Ronald Acuna Jr. Yes. I was going to get Freddie Freeman, but I got this, I don't know, right around when the World Series was happening. And I'm like, Freddie Freeman, with my luck, will leave. And of course he did. Went to LA. So I got Acuna. And now he's back, so it makes sense. So debuting the new Acuna jersey. Let me know what you think of it. I think it's pretty lit, not going to lie. But with that said, let's just get on to the first topic. Now, unfortunately, one of the best teams in baseball, the Angels, will be without one of their best hitters, David Fletcher. Now, although Fletcher is struggling this season in only 14 games, batting a .158 with only 2 RBIs, the infielder had a career year in 2021 after he batted .262 while collecting 47 RBIs and strung together 164 hits. Not to mention, he was in the top 1% in all of baseball in strikeout percentage with 9. Now, David Fletcher underwent surgery to repair both of his left and right adductor muscles and will be out for a couple of months, but is not expected to be out for the full season. Now, Fletcher was placed on the 15-day injured list with a strained left hip on Sunday and flew to Philadelphia on Monday to be evaluated. Now, Fletcher had been bothered by the injury since late in spring training, and this was his second stint on the IL with the injury, as he also missed 17 days after being placed on the injured list back on April the 12th. Now, this is what the Angels' head athletic trainer, Mike Frosted, said. He says, really, it's a core muscle injury, all relating around the hip area. He's recovering well. We're hoping he'll be back within a couple of months. The surgeon is very optimistic. Now, he's done hundreds of these procedures, and he's seen guys come back with no issues. When he says like it's more of a hip injury, I'm glad that he's optimistic, but I'm a little concerned because if it's like, a real hip injury or, close to the hip, that's not great if you're, a baseball player, because whether it's your hip or your legs or wherever, pretty much anywhere below the belt can be detrimental, especially your hips. I mean, when you turn the hips, you rotate those hips, baby, man, that's where all the power comes from. And, he's not a power hitter, so maybe, this injury won't be as detrimental to him because he's more of a slap hitter, just a pure, singles, doubles, occasional triple type of guy. And I love David Fletcher. I think he's one of the best hitters in baseball, pure hitters. But this could be, somewhat of a serious injury if it doesn't recover correctly. And the Angels just have to make sure he is feeling 100%, and the road to recovery is a slow and smart one. Now, next, Correa does end up on the IL with a bruised right middle finger. Remember, he got hit in Baltimore? Now, this is what the star shortstop had to say on the news. He says, I don't think I'll be ready for at least 3 to 4 more days. So it's just a smart decision. Get another body on the bench that can go out there and help the team win. Right now, me on the bench, I'm not able to put the cleats on. It's not helping the team. Now, I will say that, baseball is not like football or hockey, where, minor injuries have minor impacts on a guy's ability to go out there the next day and post. I mean, minor foot, hand, maybe even a bruise can have major impacts for a ball player and his ability to go out there and perform at a high all-star level like Carlos Correa can. Because if Carlos Correa cannot grip the bat correctly and, he feels discomfort when he swings or, when he makes contact with the ball, then that could just lead into a deeper rabbit hole for Correa and the Twins. So although it may seem to, casual baseball fans that, he's being a little bit of a wuss here, I think it's a smart decision for him to stay out, 3, 4, 5 days, put him on the IL, and just make sure that finger is back to 100%. Now, topic number 3, like I just mentioned, Chris Paddack thinks he is bound for Tommy John surgery. Yeah, he's with the Twins. Remember, he got traded over from the Padres to the Twins. And this is not good news. He says that all Paddack knew for sure before Tuesday's series opener against the Astros was the official diagnosis of his injury for now. That is right elbow inflammation. Elbow, bad sign. I don't care if he, scraped his elbow. I mean, you don't want to hear elbow in baseball, especially when you're a pitcher. He said that after exiting during the 3rd inning of Sunday's 4-3 victory over the Athletics, his elbow feels, quote, pretty similar to what he felt when he sprained his UCL last September, ending his season. Now, there is still no guarantee that there is UCL involvement or that he'll need surgery at all, though it's certainly possible. But if imaging reveals that the root cause is in fact a torn UCL, Paddack said he would opt for Tommy John surgery. Now, Paddack said, unfortunately, at this point in my career, if it is torn or anything crazy like that, I think I'm just going to move forward with the surgery. Just because I would already miss a majority of the season if I didn't get stem cell injection. Let's say it does tear after that, then I'm looking at not coming back until 2024. So it's kind of like, hey, if I get the stem cell and, something happens again, then I'm out, 2024 indefinitely. So if the prognosis comes back that the UCL is part of the injury, then he's going to have Tommy John. And I think, if Chris Paddack thinks he needs Tommy John surgery, then guess what? Chris Paddack needs Tommy John surgery. Nobody knows his body better than himself. It's unfortunate, but to me it's like, usually pitchers are pretty optimistic and think, oh, I'm fine. They go out there, they injure themselves even more, and then they're really screwed. Chris Paddack is surprisingly not being optimistic here. He's looking himself in the mirror. He's looking at the situation. He's like, yeah, I think I'm going to have Tommy John surgery. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So, unfortunately for the Twins, 2 major injuries to 2 very impactful guys, being Carlos Correa and Chris Paddack. Of course, Chris Paddack's injury is way more serious than Carlos Correa's bruised middle finger. And finally, the other thing I forgot to mention in last night's video was that Anthony Rendon made history, at least for him, as he hit a home run, left-handed, on a 1-0 pitch that was tossed a whopping, I don't even know, 45 miles an hour? Rendon, little knick-knack, paddywhack, boom! He hit it over the wall for a 2-run shot to right field as a lefty. I have never seen this for as long as I have been watching baseball. Now, Rendon hit the ball 411 feet with an exit velo of 101 miles an hour and a launch angle of 30. I mean, he just sat back and waited for this pitch, obviously, but he just sent it to the moon. It wasn't a cheap shot, too. I mean, granted, it was going 40-something miles an hour, but I mean, hey, I give Rendon credit for, going up there lefty, putting his best swing on the ball, and sending it out of there. I mean, what a crazy incident last night amongst all the other chaos. The Trout 2-run home runs, of course a no-hitter, but man, I totally didn't even realize this happened, but I had to mention it here today. And what a funny way to end off this video, because that is all I got. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below your thoughts. And as always, I will catch you guys later.